Live? Yes, we are. So here's Christia saying hi from Salt and Sage Ranch. We're getting ready and prepared for the storm coming up this weekend. It already started a little bit. I mean, nothing crazy. It's just snowing, but the temperatures are in the negatives for sure. And we've been preparing since last week. Right now, we're just dealing with the finishing touches pretty much. We moved our sheep from one side to the other. Usually we have them in the other side of the farm, and right now they're gonna stay pretty much in the back part behind our barn where one of the shed is, and we have another shed that's usually we created it for the dogs, but we have our dogs inside today and for the weekend, so that shed can be used for the sheep. Because the main thing is that there they are, is that they're pregnant. So when sheep are pregnant and we have this opened up for them, it could get crazy if they start having their babies, because we have our creek on the other side. And if they decide to cross the creek and they start having babies, it gets crazy. Let me tell you, we've experienced that. Our first lambing season was insane because of that. We saw ourselves crossing from one side to the other, going around the street to get into that side of the farm, because if the creek is frozen, I mean, it could get a little bit risky. So we just decided to close this up and keep them on a smaller side and open up the division between them and the dog area and have the dogs inside. So here they are joining me. This is our first live, so I'm excited about that. And it's cold. But the good thing about wearing the correct clothes for this is that you can do pretty much anything and don't feel uncomfortable or freezing. Hello, hello. Hi. So here they are. And I have Sparkles over here. We're with her baby lamb. This is our first one of this year. Well, yeah, first one of 2026. Here she is. ¿Qué pasó, mamá? ¿Qué pasó? And this one over here, this is my baby girl. I pretty much raised her. For those who doesn't know, this is Sparkles. And when she was born, she was a twin, and her mom rejected her, just her, and raised her sister. But I had to raise her up and bottle feed her. Hello, hello from Louisiana. Hi. Thank you. I'm just looking at your comments. I've always wanted one. It's super fun. It's cold. Yeah. I can't get inside. I just came out during the morning time. My husband did all the work and I refused to come outside, but I had to. And I'm glad because now I'm talking to you guys. So, I needed the exercise. Here I am. I was transferring this big bucket. It's a heated bucket. It's 16 gallon. And we're gonna fill this up with water, connect it, and it will keep the water completely unfrozen. Whew. And here's my husband. Say hi. We're live for the first time.
Oh, how you doing? Getting ready for the storm.
You want me to put the bucket over here?
Yes, please.
Yes. Whew. I have to cover my face up. 1 second. Oh, it's freezing. I just hate this a little because, let me see if I can do it. I'm sorry. I forgot my tripod. It's in the other side. Oof. Hi to the husband. I have to put this on. It's so cold, but I don't like it. It gets me a little nauseous to cover my mouth. Excuse me. Here we are. Oh, a lot better. It's freezing. Woo! My goodness. Let me move this to the other side. So if you guys have any questions about our homestead, our ranch, our farm, however you want to call it, this is the moment. We also have an Instagram page called Salt and Sage Ranch. Same name as here. So you can go ahead and follow us if you want us. If you want to see us, there's other type of content over there, and you can definitely appreciate more of what we do every single day. And you can also subscribe to our channel here in YouTube. That would be very appreciated. I'm going to record a little bit of the sheep here. Whew. Here we are. So I present to you Khaleesi. I am not in Texas. I am in Indiana. Thank you for asking. This is Dulcinea. That's Cookies. And she has a twin sister called Cream. So Cookies and Cream. Sparkles. And baby girl, she doesn't have a name yet. You can help out with that for sure. Who else? Oh, this is the division that I set before I opened up for them. It's usually for our dogs. We have Australian Shepherds. This is our ram. His name is Kratos, the white one over here. This is Cream, the twin sister. This is Luisa. She's definitely pregnant. I think she has more than one inside. Look at that. Okay, whatever. And that one is Oreo. She is, well, he's a ram too. He is Sparkle's son and brothers with the new baby girl over there. I do have chickens. Yes, I have. We just restarted with chickens. When we first started our farm business, it was in a different farm, a smaller farm, a few years ago. And yeah, we started with 2 acres and with chickens. And we went all the way up to 60 chickens. And we were selling eggs like crazy. But once we moved to this farm, our predator killed all of our chickens. I think there was just a rooster and a duck remaining from that incident, horrible incident. Because I did raise up all of those chickens since they were baby chicks and they had more babies and babies. So yeah, it was traumatizing for sure. And we decided to wait until we were ready. Right now, we don't have our dream chicken coop, but we bought one that we have inside of the barn over here. And that barn has concrete floors, so no one can dig up anywhere and they're safe. During the day, they're free range, eating pretty much everything they can find. And during the evening, they're closed up in an elevated chicken coop. We have 3 chickens, 1 rooster, and 1 duck. It's a female duck. I'm looking for a male so he can keep her company. Let's see what else I can read here. I only have chickens. Put eggs. Do you mind? No, I have a all male and a female together. Well, many questions, but let's start with you have. Oh, I have all male. Okay, so the fact that you have more than one rooster. Um, well, first question: how many roosters and how many chickens? Because depending on that, depending on how many chickens you have, there's a certain amount of chickens for 1 rooster. So I don't remember the name. I will ask my husband now. But there's a specific amount of chickens for 1 rooster. And if they, like if roosters, if there's too many roosters, driving the chickens crazy, they get super stressed out. And that can definitely play a role on the chickens not laying eggs. Also, I don't know where you live, but if it's winter time and it's cold, they go down on the production of eggs. 3 roosters, yeah, I think you have too many roosters for the amount of chickens you have. So you probably just need 1 rooster for 3 chickens. That's more than enough. And if you just want to focus on eggs, egg production, you don't even need a rooster. I do not know if you knew that. You just need laying chicken feet, and that will be enough. If you still want a rooster, I think you should just stick with 1 or get more chickens. Yes. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. I'm not a know-it-all, but I can definitely more than happy share what I have learned in the past. We started, I think, around 2020, our farm journey. So 6 years. You learn a lot in 6 years for sure. There's many things going on in a farm since the start, especially if you don't have the experience. You learn by doing, you learn making mistakes, and you learn by losing too. That's part of the business. So yeah, make sure you ask me all the questions, and if I don't know the answer, I can probably find out and later come back and give you the answer. It's so cold. So yeah, right now I'm just waiting for my husband to bring the water. I'm gonna connect this over here, but I'm gonna put my phone in the tripod. I think it's gonna be a little bit more comfortable. Thank you so much. I'll restart my farm again. Wonderful. Yeah, that sounds great. Yes, you learn by doing and also asking a lot of questions. Like, you have no idea. I keep asking questions and keep myself motivated to learn, research, watch videos, and ask questions. For sure. Oof. Let me see if I can put my phone here. Okay, let's see. Is this leveled? Not that much. Oof. So cold. My fingers are getting numb. Okay, I hope I don't restart anything or click the wrong button by doing this, but my fingers are numb. Here we are. It's a little bit tilted to the side. Oof, there we go. Here he comes. I hear him. I'm gonna connect this bucket over here. Yeah. Oh my gosh, my little fingers. Here we are. All set. So this is connected. Now I'm gonna check if he's bringing the buckets of water. If not, I have to go ahead and start that because they need water. And we're gonna put some more hay for them here and inside of the shed. We have another shed on the other side, which where I got the bucket in the beginning of the video. But this is where we keep the dogs, and we are in the process of I'm gonna stick here in the meantime because we're in the process of finishing our other side of the farm, which I'll show you in a second, and we will get a livestock barn done, especially for our sheep for lambing season. because he could get a little bit crazy, and it's gonna be mainly made for lambing season. So we're gonna get some divisions, stations for them to be checked, everything we need. For now, we're just grazing with the land we have, and our two sheds help a lot, especially during the winter. During the summer and springtime, they can just stay on the other side, and they're pretty good at staying outside. During the winter time, they like it. I mean, they have the clothes for that, you know. The wool is very, like, it's just insulation for sure for them, and they are very comfortable with that, with this kind of environment. So, but it's important for them to have shelter if they need it. If there's a storm, like crazy storm, or the weather gets super crazy, it's important for them to have shelter. And if they start lambing, it's very important for the baby lambs to be warm, because they are very susceptible and delicate, especially the first 48 hours. The risk of them getting pneumonia is very high, so we have to be very aware of things going on when they're pregnant, when they have their lamb, checking on the lambs, temperature wise, if they're feeding correctly, if they're getting enough colostrum those first hours. That's crucial for them to survive. So things that we have learned with time, for sure. Um, yeah. Okay. Shaky. Here's my husband. He already came here with the water, and right now he's getting buckets of water because our hydrant that we have near the barn does not work. So we have to go by the side of the house and get water from the laundry and go and come back to Alberto. Can you show the buckets? One more trip. One more trip. 5 gallon, 5 gallon buckets. Yes, and do that. Make sure that they always have water for sure. And even though those containers are heated, it's important that you're also aware that nothing gets frozen, because in very low temperatures it can happen. So you have to make sure that everything is safe. They have access to water, and they have hay or feed, so they can maintain their bodies warm. So, yeah. You can show the baby the lamb. Yeah, I already did. In the hay. Yeah, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna. Oh, she's so cute. And her, like, she's small and she doesn't have, well, I think it doesn't seem like she has as much wool as the rest, but she's, that one in particular has surprised me so much, because, let me do this, because she's very active. She's gonna turn 7 days tomorrow since she was born. And she was, oh, it scared me. She's been very active and healthy. Oh, my bad. And jumpy by her mother and the rest. And she lays on the hay and she's doing just great. Usually, in our experience last year, when we first start having uh, lambs, well, it wasn't last year, it was the year before that, our first year. It was different. There were a lot of multiple births. Like, one sheep had 2 or 3 lambs, and in those cases, they're a lot more smaller and delicate and higher risk to survive, you know? But this one, she seems so healthy. Great size, very active. She's doing great. So if you have any suggestions for a name, I would love that. I would prefer that it stays on the cookies theme, just because her brother is Oreo. Like, his name is Oreo, And the kiddos just want to stick with that theme for Sparkle's children. Oof. Yeah. Oof. So cold. Hi, Kratos. He's a sweetheart. Usually Rams can be a little bit, you know, a little bit not nice, but he's nice. That side of the farm, okay, I said I was going to show you. That side of the farm over there, after the pine trees, that's also ours. And that's the side that's going to be prepared for the sheep. Is going to be fenced out, divided, and we're dividing on where the livestock barn is going to be. Either if it's going to be built from scratch in that side, or if we're just going to repurpose the barn we have, which is the option that I think we'll do, so we don't take land, and recreate it, like remodel and make that a livestock barn with a second level up so we can storage hay. Because right now we're doing like that used to be a mechanical barn, so it's not completely set for livestock. We've been doing whatever we can with what we have, and yeah, that's the plan. So there are many things going on right now. We already, when we bought this farm, that side used to be planted or seeded or however you want to call it. So the people that lived here rented that side to grow crops, mostly soybeans. And whenever we moved, we kept renting it to a farmer for 2 consecutive years. But it was just temporary until we figured out how to start with our plans and preparing that side. And this side, we are not renting anymore. We already worked through that and prepared it with seeds so it can grow grass for the sheep, specific seeds, because we have a preference on the mix of seeds we want for that. And it's already planted and growing healthy. Right now it's just winter and it's not growing, but yeah, that we completed in during the fall, and it worked wonderfully. So that's the first stage of that side. Next is our plumbing and our fencing, and with that we'll be ready, and hopefully the livestock barn. But yeah, I'm gonna go and finish whatever my husband is doing so I can give him a hand. But I appreciate everybody connecting and saying hi and asking questions. It was my first live here, and I'm used to lives in Instagram, Facebook, but still. So I'm sorry if I looked a little bit. If you subscribe to our channel, and go to our Instagram page and follow us and ask all the questions you have. I appreciate you all, and I hope you stay warm and safe if you're in a cold environment right now, and if not, stay safe, and thank you so much. Bye. How do I finish this life? I It's my first live in YouTube. I don't know. I have no idea. Let's see. Is it here? No, it's not. What? What? I don't know. I don't know. Can somebody tell me? Rookie. Nothing says how to do this. No, not that one. Oh, if I click the X, I hope I don't delete this video. Let me see here. Hmm. I guess it's the X. There's no other way. End stream. Yeah. I was afraid to click the X, but yeah. Your stream will stop immediately and you'll no longer be